told you that there was once an MLB player who played for 10 teams in a single day? What if I told you that this player played every single position in a single day? What if I told you that this player was traded for a washing machine and a churro dog? Now, what if I told you that this player was Will Ferrell? We all know Will Ferrell for his roles in popular films such as Talladega Nights, Step Brothers, Elf, the list goes on. But I bet you didn't know that Will Ferrell was once an MLB superstar for like a day. But that's besides the point. Besides, I don't see you in an MLB uniform, so you can't say shit. Will Ferrell began his MLB career on March 12, 2015 by signing with the Athletics as an undrafted amateur free agent as a shortstop in Game 1 against the Mariners. The crowd cheered as he took to the field, and Ferrell knew that he was about to become one of the best players the sport had ever seen. Yeah, so he didn't really do anything. After just one inning, his time with the A's would actually end, and he would be traded to the Mariners as a second baseman, where he would do nothing again. And the Mariners were not happy with him. He just wasn't cutting it. He had to go. In Game 2, he would end up being traded to the LA Angels, his home team, as a center fielder, replacing Mike Trout and temporarily borrowing Trout's hat and gloves since he was slightly underprepared. As he made his way onto the field, he would receive a standing ovation from the Angels Stadium attendees, and he would reminisce on the good old days of his childhood when he would go to the games with his family, dreaming to be an MLB superstar. Now, this would be cut short when all he did was manage to throw a ball to second to get the runner out, but hey, he actually did something for once, oh my god! But of course, it was not enough, and not even his home team wanted him. He would inevitably be traded to the Cubs for a washing machine. A washing machine. He started the inning as a third base coach, flashing around random signals and sending some very motivating and helpful messages, to say the least, to his players. After a bit of cluelessly telling players to do stuff for about 30 seconds, he was moved to first base where he would do, you guessed it, nothing. And he got traded to the Diamondbacks for a churro dog and a D-bat dog. Yeah, his time as a Diamondback was almost productive. He nearly made a play as a left fielder and basically sped walked to the ball that probably could have been caught if he just hustled a little bit. And I mean, a little bit. By this point, fans were sick of him. They demanded a trade. To the Reds he goes! He actually did do a lot this game as a third baseman, making some surprisingly impressive plays, and yeah, I'm kidding, he didn't actually do anything. Moving on, Will Ferrell found himself as a White Sox. Almost. I mean, he was quite late for a game, and by late, I mean very late, 3 hours. But what better thing to do than to drop onto the field out of a helicopter and make his MLB debut at the plate? As he approached the batter's box, the Giants would immediately crowd the infield, turning the MLB stadium into a Little League field. Ball 1. Ball 2. Strike 1. Strike 2. Foul. His hand stung. His body was tired. He could feel that he was reaching the end of his career. Here comes the pitch. And he struck out. I don't know what you were so invested for. He was immediately traded to the Giants as a catcher, but didn't know any signs, and he would be removed after just one batter. Which brings us to the final game of Will Ferrell's career. Will Ferrell made his way to the mound, becoming a pitcher for the Dodgers. I'm not even kidding this time when I say that he actually made a play. After pitching an impressive 45 miles per hour, I know, insane, the batter would bunt the ball directly back at Will, and he would make a throw to first that would get the batter out. However, despite his clear progression as a professional baseball player, it just wasn't enough for the Dodgers. And he was mad. He was angry. Another team wasn't impressed? What else could he do? He was giving it his all, but no one wanted him. He could feel that his whole 12 hours as an MLB player was nearing its end, and he had to do something. He needed to prove that he was worthy of the title as an MLB superstar. He needed to show everyone that he deserved that spot in Cooperstown. A lifelong dream of his had been fulfilled, but he wanted to go out in a way that would be unforgettable. Will Ferrell made his final appearance as a left fielder for the Padres. The crowd cheered him on during his final moments, and he was ready to shine. There it is. The moment was his. He was about to show everyone what he had been training for. He watched the ball come towards him. This is it. It's time. Everyone is going to remember my name. This is why I am going to be MLB's greatest athlete. Game over, Dodgers win, blah, blah, blah. He didn't do anything. Yeah, I bet you never saw that one coming. I sure didn't. But for real, why did he do all of this? Just because? I mean, he is Will Ferrell. He can do just about anything he wants. He actually did this to raise money for cancer charities. All of his game-worn memorabilia was auctioned off, and $1 million would be raised for Stand Up to Cancer and Cancer for College, programs that offer scholarships to individuals diagnosed with cancer to further pursue an education. I'm actually really surprised that this isn't talked about more. It was a really funny time in Major League Baseball, and I would actually love to see more things like this. But what do you think about his Major League career? Let me know what you thought in the comments, and if you would like to see more videos like this. I really enjoyed making ones like this, so if you liked it too, let me know, and I will see you in the next one.